This video is sponsored by my grandmother with this really important message. Go get a real job, you motherfucking donkey. Alright, great. And with that out of the way, today we're going to look at some games that are coming out in February that are definitely worth your hard-earned monitos. So without further ado, let's go. Dying Light 2. To complete this open world parkour zombie apocalypse game, you will need about 20 hours. That's a shame. This game is full asking price, so 20 hours is not okay in my humble opinion. That said, if you want to find every Easter egg, finish every possible ending, smell every bush in the game, and leave your mark on every corner of the world, the developers estimate that this will take you around 500 hours. But let's be honest, who plays like that anyway? Yeah, fair enough, the ultimate completionist gamer, but I mean, there's three of them out there. A majority of gamers are casual gamers, so expect this to take between 20 to 30 hours for you to complete. So here you'll discover different places and hidden passages as you explore this game's multiple levels and location, and the great and famous day and night cycle is back. You're free to roam during the day, but watch out during the night. The zombies are just waiting for you to show up and turn you into a kebab. Might have garlic sauce, might not, who knows? Do zombies like garlic? How did you go from zombies to garlic, God knows. Anyway, Life is Strange Remastered. This is basically the same Life is Strange as we know it, but more beautiful and with enhanced visuals, and a vastly improved animation using some funky technology. Along with the base game, they are remastering Before the Storm as well, which, as it seems, will be released as a separate game. In short, the story is about a girl who discovers she can rewind time, so her and her friend try to investigate the mysterious disappearance of one of her homies. What else? But from what I know, you can't just change the past without affecting the future, so your decisions will have a great impact on the game. If you haven't had a chance to try it, you should definitely give it a go. Next up is Lost Ark. This Diablo like MMO was created and released in Korea in 2019, and later it had an adaptation in Russian, but the English version is only now blazing its way to our hearts at PC. I played the beta version some while back and I actually enjoyed it. I like the controls and responsiveness of them. They remind me of a World of Warcraft that had sex with an Asian woman and made this game. I don't know if World of Warcraft is a guy or a woman, but you know what I mean. The offspring of something World of Warcraft and something Asian made this. There also seems to be a consensus that Lost Ark is a play to win type of game, and that kind of makes sense if you look at it. Players can sell what's called blue crystals to other players. Blue crystals that they've bought with their own money. Jesus, that word was difficult. And if you're still here, thank you for that. Anyway, those blue crystals are sold for gold, which you can use in game to upgrade your gear and make yourself a lot more powerful than everyone else you might encounter. So that's a typical recipe for play to win. I don't think we should fault the developers for going pay to win. I mean, that's a fair business model to choose. But one thing that we can definitely fault them for is this aspect of people looking like 18 years old. I don't know if I'm looking at a guy or a girl. I mean, this Asian sensation sometimes tickles my ding dong in the wrong way, I mean, yeah, anyway, if you like it, that's you. If you don't, you don't. Lost Ark. On to the next. Thank you. Total War Warhammer 3. Rain death and destruction from above. Always. Whenever possible and as much as you can. That, ladies and gentlemen, is my Total War Warhammer go-to strategy. And it works. Most of the time. And as long as I don't get flanked. Which I usually do. Yeah, okay. Enough said. So introducing the game Warhammer 3, ladies and gentlemen. Well, mostly gentlemen. My analytics show I've had one female viewer, which I believe is my grandmother, as the sponsor of this video, remember? Enough about me. Warhammer 3 is a perfect game, 10 out of 10. Expect you have to pay for all DLCs, like everything you have to pay for, which is a little bit I mean, if you combine everything in addition, it's 140 euros. That's a big no-no. Taking inflation into account, that could buy you a camel and two wives in the Middle East. So great game, but really expensive. And a game that's not that expensive, Grid Legends. This is a treat for racing fans, and it's one of the most ridiculous descriptions I've read on Steam. I had to read it twice just to make sure I wasn't BSing myself. Listen to this. Grid Legends delivers thrilling wheel-to-wheel motorsport and edge-of-your-seat action around the globe. Create your dream motorsport event, hop into live multiplayer races, be part of the drama in an immersive virtual production story, and embrace the sensation of spectacular action racing. Such a wonderful, spectacular, mind bending, immersive drama of edge of the universe, awesomeness, and perfection. Jesus, what a load of bullcrap. Relax, homie. It's an arcade racing game that's just okayish. There's around 30 different cars and around 7 tracks, a career path because why not, and that's about it. Jesus, man. So if you're sitting back on the sofa saying, you know what, I'm missing a mindless racing game, let me get something, then you should try Grid. If you don't have that feeling, then you shouldn't try Grid. There's plenty of other arcade games out there. So while drifting into this corner, let me introduce to you Blood Bowl 3. Blood Bowl, thank you. This is a turn-based dark fantasy board strategy sports game. It's really hard to describe this game, but it is what it is. If you've played previous parts, then you know what it's about, but if you're not, let me elaborate. Inspired by the Warhammer fantasy world, Blood Bowl is an ultra-violent combination of tabletop strategy and sports game all rolled up in this beautiful looking game. The aim is to make a competitive team from various monsters, train them, and buy the best equipment possible so you could literally crush your competition. Here you'll take charge of a team that you can choose from 12 available races, each with unique characteristics, traits, and stats, and stop your opponents from advancing by carefully positioning your players. Dodge or mercilessly eliminate whoever gets in your way and reach the end zone to score. It's a fun mix and match of game time, so I'll give this a go when it comes out next month. Elden Ring. I spoke about this bad boy in an earlier video, and in that video I said, if you've played Dark Souls before, you know what this is all about game wise. But some new aspects have been thrown in as well. Firstly, it's an open world, and secondly, the story of the game, which was created in collaboration with Game of Thrones writer George Martin. The open world aspect makes Elden Ring an exploration game, just like The Witcher 3 or Skyrim, where you can ride in any direction and then find incredible things on your journey. Mysterious caves, dungeons, crypts, and ruins await creepy, dangerous bosses and awesome loot waiting inside. The game is themed around dark fantasy and has the ability for players to create their own custom characters instead of playing as a fixed protagonist. And you can become a mage here or a hybrid between a mage and a knight if you want. And I love this flexibility because if I want to play a game, I want to play it like I want to play it. And that comment refers to the glass cannon thing I was talking about earlier. Okay, guys, that's it for me. 7 games that are coming out in February that might be worth your hard-earned monitos. I hope you enjoyed this video. I doubt you made it this far. I have like 10 subscribers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up and a comment and a subscribe and hit the bell notification. And thank you for my grandmother for sponsoring this video. Peace.